Get out the insurance cards, get out the co-pays. The office is open, my friends, as this video is brought to you by drroto.com.
Good evening, friends. We are a day early this week, but we're here for you in the cup. Brought to you by drroto.com, your daily prescription of fantasy sports. I'm Johnny Danger. With me, of course, is Coach White. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, man. Nice to get this done early in the week, but with the players finishing yesterday, we're just kind of going to cruise through this. And like you said, maybe be a little bit speculative. I've done quite a bit of research, have my article done, but it's just not as in depth as it normally has been.
But that's okay.
It is okay.
We had a super long weekend in frankly an amazing tournament.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man.
We had a couple of aces. We had a couple of Tin Cup incidences.
Yeah, Henley had an albatross on Sunday and an eagle in the same round. Amazing. 5 under through 2 holes. That's pretty insane.
Yep. Scott looked like he was playing out of a practice bucket at one point.
Yeah, there was 2 hole outs. DJ and Neiman just sunk 2 shots. I mean, it was incredible, especially in the winds, man. That's wild to put a ball that small and a hole that small when the winds are blowing at 20 miles
right.
an hour.
Not so good with our DFS lineups for last week. Sorry about that, gang. We've been pretty good, but Prize Picks, man, you are murdering. And if you want to get in on this Prize Picks, you have got to subscribe to any of our packages at drroto.com. You can get into the members only Discord. Coach White drops those picks in there, and they have been money.
Yes, please come on, hang out with us in Discord.
That's right.
Ask questions. The lines move so quick. If you are not in when I set them, it's going to be tough to get them. Me and Danger just tried to set a few, and a lot of the lines have changed. So,
a couple of them more than a stroke. I mean, flying.
Yep.
So, we got quite a different style of tournament starting on Thursday, as we had this last weekend. The long hitters, not necessarily necessary here. Going back and looking through some of the past winners, there's not a lot of like superstar names. Maybe it's because it's traditionally played after big tournaments. I don't know. But man, I got a couple of guys I like, and none of them touch like the 9K range, man. So I hope you're ready for my shenanigans.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there is quite a bit of talent in here. Especially, with last week, them playing 5 days of golf. Some of them made the cut, some did not. So some will be a little bit fresh, but really, it's finding 1 or 2 guys up top, and then it's going to be a tournament week, big time. You're going to have to take some chances, not go just on statistics, because this tournament, it really is, can be won by probably 25 different people in this particular field.
I like it. Well, all I need from you is 6 of those people, though. Okay, I need 6 of those. That's what I need.
We can do that.
Not worried about 25. I need 6. All right, like we normally do, we build a model, and we like to use Fantasy National. There's lots of them out there. We're not paid by them. Maybe someday. Who knows? But these are the ones we looked at. We looked at tee to green. We looked at ball striking, short game. I like to just look at pure DraftKings point scoring and efficiency on par 3s. So we kind of pulled that up. I kind of fiddled with a few things, and this is what I got. I got Sam Burns number 1. Makes a lot of sense. He's playing good ball. He's the defending champion. I am interested in Dustin Johnson. I did not expect him to go out. What did he shoot? A 63 on Sunday, whatever day that was.
Monday. Yeah, it was Monday.
Monday. Yeah.
Yes, it was Monday. It was incredible. And then he finished on 18. That was one of the hole outs I was talking about. Just completely dunked it. So he is my, since we're talking about him and Hovland are my guys this week. And right now, Hovland is projected to be the highest owned. So for my main tournaments, I'm probably going to be starting about 70% of my lineups with DJ this week.
I can dig that, man. These golfers get in kind of grooves, right? And a lot of it I've seen when you look at the last 2 rounds from the week before kind of set the tone for the next week. And TJ looked good. And at 10-2, not being the most expensive on the board, awesome.
Yeah, and this is what he does. He finds form. Back in 2020, he went on this little stretch of They took second, first, sixth, second, first. And I kind of feel like he's due for a run like that here in 2022. It might not be that drastic, but, starting with the 9th, I think we're going to be the top 5 finish here just in time for the Masters in a couple of weeks. And he'll be firmly in play to win the Masters at that point.
Absolutely. Our friend Ryan, Mr. Carp Golf, he is a friend of the show and a regular in the members only Discord. I hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're following these prize picks, brother, because they've been fire.
Absolutely.
But
what's up, Ryan?
Love to see that. All right, let's get right in it, man. We're going to start right at the top here. We got Justin Thomas. We got Hovland. Hovland projected to be 20% owned. That's pretty righteous. So I think if I'm going to go anywhere in the top, it's going to be the aforementioned Dustin Johnson, like you said. I like him here. Other than that, man, I think I'm probably starting all the way down at Sam Burns, most likely. I like the defending champ. I like the way he looks. I just like him there. I like him there a lot. So I don't know if I even touch a 10K guy. What about you? I'm going to build one winner-take-all lineup. I think I'm going to avoid the entire top 5.
Okay, if we're going to avoid the top 5, I have no issue starting with Sam Burns.
Mm-hmm.
I just think this is the perfect fit for him on Bermuda greens. This is where he does most damage. He's been really inaccurate off the tee, though, and you can get into some trouble with this course. But right now his putting has been really hot. He's gained over 10.4 strokes with that putter in the last 2 tournaments. Defending champ, he has 3 finishes here, a 12th, a 30th, and a first place. So he definitely likes Valspar. And, last year he won it with 17 under. And the 2 winning scores before that were 10 under and 8 under, both by Paul Casey, who just withdrew. He is not in the field. You will not see that on Fantasy National, but you will see it on the DraftKings board.
Yep.
So make sure that that's the only issue with Sam Burns, though, is every share that was going to be on Casey is just going to bump up $100 and go to Burns. So I think his ownership could end up being the highest.
I can see that.
Just because of Casey not being in anymore.
Absolutely. But I'm okay with that. Because I got some guys I really like down low, like we talked about a little bit, but we'll get there in a little bit. So if you're going to, Casey's out and you're afraid Sam Burns is going to suck up that ownership, where is the safe pivot from there? Is it just to pay up even more, or is it maybe like, I don't know, Abe Answer? Is it one of these guys right there?
So I really do like Abe this week. But he's just, if we're going safer, because DJ's either going to miss the cut or he's going to finish top 10. That's what's going to happen. Abe is the type that's probably going to make the cut. And if he's not putting really well, he's probably going to be, top 40. But if he's putting good, that's when he jumps into that top 15. So I would definitely go up in price over Burns. But I like Abe and then Kokrak at 92 right underneath him. They both excel at par 3s. Abe ranks 7th in this field in par 3s, and Kokrak actually ranks 1st. And there are 5 par 3s on this course. There are 4 par 4s, and it's a par 71. So no other course on tour has 5 par 3s. And right now, Kokrak is number 1 in shots gained on par 3s.
All right. Well, we'll build this lineup, and if I have to save $400, we'll consider dropping Burns down to Kokrak. Okay. That's what I'm thinking. All right, skipping down here. We had the Jason Day narrative last weekend, and it didn't pan out. A bounce back here, or just not his style of course?
It's not his style of course. I think the driver will get away from him a little bit here. He's not great at hitting greens in regulation. And as far as par 3 scoring, he's 92nd in this field. So I really don't like this fit for him. He's only played it once in the last 5 years with a missed cut, coming off a really poor performance to the Players. He did have the bad weather draw. He started at round 1 -3. It was feeling good. And then, if you got hit with those 40-mile-an-hour winds, you just, really didn't stand a chance. So he lost a ton of strokes through approach in that single round, making his stats look a lot worse than they were. But I think I'd rather play in that same range. I do like Bubba Watson and Alex Noren, but my favorite play of the week is Ariel Barner III.
You said favorite play. He's just getting the click. I don't even need to hear why. Coach White said his favorite play. He's just in.
Yeah,
all right,
he is. And the thing is he's not going to get clicked on a lot, even though he just took 6 at the Players. he's missed 2 cuts here, and his best finish is like 65th. But there's something about HV3 this week that I am all in on.
All right, I trust your gut, my man.
Yeah.
Is Alexander Noren getting just a little too pricey? I know you love him, but is he just kind of reaching a little bit in this field?
He is, but so if it's like was last year and the winning score is 17 under, I really don't like him. But if it's like it was the 2 previous years where it was 8 and 10 under, I mean, he's the type of guy that's just he's number 1 in the field in bogey avoidance.
Right.
He doesn't
grinds it. He's a grinder.
Yeah, so you want him in these courses where if the winning score is 8, he sits at 4, he's going to be top 10 in the field there.
Yeah.
I don't know how to predict that. I mean, that's probably going to be weather based. But really when I'm looking at like the factors, so 2018, the green speeds were fast, the wind was moderate, and that's when Casey won at 10 under. 2019, Casey won again. The wind was moderate, calm. So it's not the wind that's doing it. And then last year, same thing, moderate, calm, moderate, but the winning score was 17. So I don't know what happened to this course, if something changed. That's why I wish Mr. Adam White was here to give us that course breakdown.
He's such a tease. He's such a tease.
17 under, then Keegan Bradley had 14 under, Tringali 13, Hovland 13, Answer. So the scoring was just way higher last year, but the course doesn't look like it changed that much.
Sure.
So I'm not really sure if I do like Noren if it is a lower scoring, but like I said, I can't really predict that this week.
Well, we like short game, right? And for this particular course, and when you kind of take the off the tee driving range out of play, there is a guy I like. I told you when I got on the call with you that Russell Knox was taking this home. His stats line up. He just needs that putter, man. And Adam and I have done our best work when we have a guy who lines up everywhere but the putter, who just puts it together for a weekend. I'm dropping. You feel good about Ariel Barner with his bad course history. I feel good about Russell Knox with his not so hot putter.
Yeah, I don't mind it at all. He had an incredible Monday round. He was one of the low rounds of the week. Shot him up to 6th place on Monday. And I mean, he's the type that won't win because of his putter, but a top 10 finish again is not out of the question.
And no, he's taking this home. Bold prediction.
All right, man. I hope we can pull this clip and he actually wins. He's in a few of my lineups, but man, it's just so hard to click that name because I feel like every time I play him, he's the guy that burns me. So you ride that wave, and I'm going to play Tringali right underneath him at 8,000. He has been atrocious off the tee in his last 2 rounds, though. He's lost 5.3 strokes off the tee at the Players and then 5.2 at the Arnold Palmer. If he can't figure that out, he's a bust. But if he does, even if he just shoots, even number at the off the tee, he's 13th at the Genesis, 3rd at the Farmer, 7th at Houston. He's complete boomer bust at this point in the season. But I like that play because I do think people want the safety in Russell Knox this week.
All right. Johnny Duckett says, got to have that short game.
Johnny Duckets, what's up, buddy?
I like it. All right, man. Well, let's talk a little bit about Adam Hadwin. You said that you love this man in the model. There are a lot that agree with you. The lineup generator over at Fantasy National is spitting him out over 20% of lineups generated so far this today. Today is when that opens. So that probably will calm down a little bit after a couple of days of normalizing, but that's a lot. But at 7,900, do you just eat the chalk?
Yeah, so I mean, people love it because he won in 2017, took 12th the year after that. And then the following 2 years, he has 2 missed cuts, but he's coming off a really good week at the Players where he gained over 4 strokes through approach and over 5 strokes on the greens. So, you mix those 2 things together, you hit the ball on the green, and you putt very well, you're going to finish high, especially on a week where it's super windy. And the other thing about Adam Hadwin is he ranks 3rd in this field in those par 3s. So there's a reason that he's at the top of the leaderboard and has won here. He excels at the par 3s, and if there's 5 of them, you're going to play 20 holes of par 3s if you make the cut. That's a big number for a guy at 7,900. But I've told you, anytime I play somebody at 7,900, that's the trap price on DraftKings. It's the trap price. We don't go to 7,900. So if that's going to be the chalk this week, then I'm for sure fading it because
All right.
79 is where I stay away.
79 is unlucky number 79. I got you.
That's it.
I got you. All right, let's talk about some people that can putt down here, right? Let's get the putters. So where are we going to save money in putters? I know it ain't Johnny Vegas, although I love playing Johnny Vegas, but it's not this week for him.
Well, Johnny Vegas is one of my favorite plays of the week, though.
Is
but
it?
if we're going putters, we're not playing Johnny. We're going to go right underneath him and play Denny. Mr. McCarthy at 7,400. I mean, you know.
All right, wait. Go back to Johnny Vegas. He's like my favorite player on the tour. You're in?
Oh, I love Johnny Vegas. He's 6th in greens in regulation.
Oh, I love it.
You know, he got the bad weather draw last week, but he had a really good first round and just kind of got crushed by the wind. I think this is a good fit for Johnny Vegas. It's a tee to green course. It's kind of long for a par 71, 72 to 7,400.
I'm in. That's my boy.
Yeah.
My favorite player on tour.
You know, last year here, he lost 4.3 strokes on the greens and still took top 50. Like, if he can figure out his putter at all this week, he's going to get a top 20, top 50
I told you,
finish.
winner take all lineup. That's what I'm building right now. Winner take all lineup.
Man. Johnny Vegas.
Anybody watching, if you play this lineup, it's either going to take first or 186. There's nothing in between. Okay.
You can't just play it safe. You know, maybe get 1 or 2 people that might be chalking there, but if not, you know, last week, the Millie Maker, there was not a single person over 12% ownership.
Right.
Not one person on that lineup.
All right. So if I want to play Johnny Vegas, I could balance him out with Denny McCarthy, one of the best putters in the league.
Yeah, so you're getting the best of both worlds, and he ranks 4th in par 3s.
All right.
Yeah, so I like it a lot. He's 6th in putting and 4th in shots gained, short game. So, like, there's a lot of stats lining up for McCarthy, too. He's in a really good stretch. He's made 10 out of his last 11 cuts on tour. Let's lock and load Mr. McCarthy at 74.
All right. Well, now we're in a pickle here because I got 8,800 left, but we haven't even talked about Joel Dahmen, who I've singled out as one of my favorite values of the week.
Yeah, I like Dahmen. I mean, he's the type that's going to hit fairways and greens. He does also do really well on par 4s, 400 to 450, and there are 5 of those on this course as well. So there's a few different stats that line up for Dahmen this week, and I just love the bucket hat, man. Like, they even have it on Fantasy National. Like, that's how much he wears it. Like, just rock that thing. His best greens are Bermuda. He just gained 4.8 strokes on the greens at the Players. There's nothing not to like with Dahmen here. I think the price is about perfect for him.
I love it. You know, I love it. Tell me why Charlie Hoffman's way down at 71. Is it because he cut his hair off and so he's just not popular anymore?
It's not just that. I mean, he battled an injury, a neck injury at the beginning of the year, so he had a couple withdrawals. So you'll see he didn't play all the way from November to February. So he took a full 3 months off, and he's not figuring it out right now. I don't know what's going on with Hoffman. He'll get one good round in, and then the next round it's like +8. So until he links together a few good rounds, I'm going to stay away from him at this time.
All right, fair. Well, I've filled out pretty much the lineup. We're gonna move some things around because I got too much salary remaining. So let's just go through some of this, anyways. Some interesting names I want to ask you about. Pat Perez.
Yep, been making cuts at a really high clip this season. Cash play for me this week. I put him into a lineup where I was like, man, I just need 6 of 6 to make the cut because there's so many like GPP plays in that lineup. I was like, all right, I just want this low end guy to get me across. And you know, right now he had a 6th and a 9th back-to-back weeks at the Farmers and at Pebble Beach, and then last week he took 33rd at the Players. He's in pretty good form. I think it's a good fit for him, and he has decent course history here at Valspar as well.
Fair enough. How about Henrik Stenson? Does he come out and didn't he just get captain of the?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he's captain of the Ryder Cup team.
Is he going to come out and say, "Hey, I got to make a statement here because I just got named captain"? Or am I overthinking narrative here?
You're overthinking the narrative. He withdrew last week. He was just kind of fed up with the weather before he even finished his second round. But, you know, there is this outlier down here in the same range, and it's Vaughn Taylor.
Sure.
He's picking up some steam this week at 11.3%, which that's way too high for me. I would actually rather play David Lipsky at 6,800. He's just it's a GPP play, but he's the type that hits fairways and hits greens. He reminds me a lot of kind of like a Kevin Na, but also a like Abe Answer, just on like the cable version of Abraham Answer, if you will. He's going to hit fairways. He's going to hit greens in regulation. He just can't really putt right now. He's decent at par threes. And I think that this is a good week for him, especially if people are going to pay, $6,700 for Vaughn Taylor, who does have good course history. It's not really something I'm willing to buy into at 11.3%. Those plays, those low end plays always bust at that high ownership.
Fair enough. We skipped over a name. I was reading through articles of kind of dark horse candidates, and I ended short because I had that dinner for the family and all that. But a name popped up in one of those articles that I'd never even heard of. Can you tell me anything about Chad Ramey?
Chad Ramey. Yeah, he's a little bit new to tour, so I don't know a ton about him. He did pretty well on the web.com tour to finish a couple years ago. Let's see, where's he at on this pricing range?
69, right next to Pat Perez.
69. Let's see, Mr. Ramey. Yeah, so right now, the best thing about his game, looking at it statistically, he's very poor on Bermuda greens, which is what we're getting this week, but he excels at hitting fairways. I think this is too big of an event for him. He placed high at Puerto Rico, but that's like kind of like a B tour event. Like who competes there is Emiliano Grillo. And that's about it. Like every year he goes there and takes like top 5. Outside of that, this might just be a little bit too much for him to handle. I'm out on that play. I would rather play Dahmen at 71 or Perez or even Sam Ryder, who just like, he's the guy, if you're looking at DK points, I'm sure if you pull up your model, he'll be top 20 in DK points in this entire field at 7,000. It's what he does. He just scores at a really high clip, but he also has the chance to miss the cut by 9 strokes.
Fair enough. All right. Well, any deep values you want to touch on, or do we need to figure out where to spend my extra 1,700?
Let's see. So how much salary do you have left?
17. If you want to come back to our StreamYard stream, I've got it up on the screen. You can see where I'm at. All
right. Let's see. So we got Barner, Burns, Knox, Vegas, Carthy, and Dahmen.
I got money to upgrade.
All right. So let's if we took off Dahmen, that puts us at 8,700? 88, which gives us Bubba, which I like. I mentioned him. I do like Noren. Keegan is getting a lot of love after his finish at the Players, and this is a good fit for him. He's another guy that just smashes fairways, hits a lot of greens. You really can't go wrong with Bradley if you're looking for something safe, but if you want that ownership edge and the all or nothing play, it's Bubba Watson at 88.
All right. I'm into it. Zero it out.
Yeah, I like that lineup. Looks good.
I dig it. All right, bud. Anything else you want to touch on before we get out of here? Have you gotten a chance to look at any outright bets?
I have not yet.
I know it's early. We usually meet on Wednesdays.
Yeah, I'm going to do it on Wednesdays. And also, hop on Discord if you are listening and you are a member of drroto.com, because a lot of ownership stuff will end up changing, in the next couple days. Weather could change. A lot of updates to come, and if you are on there, just ask questions. I'm always here to help. That's
absolutely ask questions. That's what we're there for. We will be there, and we'll talk about this all the way up till Wednesday night when Al's lady makes him get off the computer.
That's pretty much it.
That's about
yeah. And then prize picks, I'll be doing them every single round this week. I'll be in town, so I'll post 1 or 2 every day and keep riding this hot streak. I won about almost $1,000 last week on prize picks, so let's keep that hot streak rolling.
That's awesome. All right, we're gonna take my $8 and we're gonna see what we can do with it. So we'll see if there's any left by Sunday night.
Beautiful. Thanks, Danger. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for listening, everybody. Good luck
absolutely. This week. Good luck, everybody, this week. Again, go to drroto.com. Check it out. We got the special going on right now that will get you basically all access from now to the end of football. It's a great deal. So go check it out and make sure you find us in the members only Discord. It's where all the magic happens. Coach White, I am going to go on vacation all week, and I will see you next week, sir.
Have fun in New York.
Will. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for stopping by the office. Get your fantasy prescription by subscribing to the channel and checking out drroto.com. And until the next visit, be well and take care.